Your boy Johnny Shreve, IFBB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is, guys. Welcome back to a long overdue episode of Super Supps Explained Easy, guys. Today we're going to get into LGD 4033, or if you guys heard it as Ligandrol. So, before we get started, guys, make sure you guys understand I am not a doctor. I'm a strength and conditioning coach and nutritionist, so whatever I say about that, you can completely listen to. If not, listen to all those things I say. But when it comes to this, guys, pure entertainment. Don't do what I've done before. Do what I say do. Let's jump right into it. LGD 4033. Why was it created? It was created to combat muscle wasting or bone wasting ailments, diseases. People coming or recovering from chemotherapy, fighting diseases like osteoporosis and whatnot. So where did it come from? Well, LGD came from Ligand Pharmaceuticals, hence the name Ligandrol. This is a 100% banned substance in all tested leagues, federations, whatever it is. If your federation, league, or whatever has drug testing for performance enhancing anything, LGD is 100% banned. So you'll get caught and you'll get banned. You will no longer be able to do the sport you love. So do not break the law. Anyway, what's my experience with using LGD? So again, guys, back in the past when I really couldn't afford anything, I would be on and then I would come off completely because I couldn't afford to be on anything at all. And then once my funds, my finances kind of got in better places, I was able to get SARMs. So I've used Austrian, Rab 40, and LGD. Now, LGD was one of the last ones I've used because I was like, what's the point of me using this if they're all basically going to give me kind of the same results? And when I took it, I was like, oh, that's why. So I've mentioned before that I've taken, MK and RAD together. I've taken a couple, other SARMs and, glucose inhibitors or whatever in the past and combined those together. When I just took LGD by itself, yeah, it works. Like strength up the wazoo, like immediate strength right away. And again, guys, it's not like, I'm taking it with other stuff. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, was it this that was doing it? I've taken it by itself and by itself alone. And I felt completely stronger than I ever felt before. The only thing with this is, after using it for a little bit, it is like a Deca. So I didn't really like the overall look I got from it as opposed to something like Rad 140 or Austrian. I felt a little more water, basically almost like Deca, results in a sense. So that's my experience taking it. Moving on. What are some great benefits for this? Well, obviously building muscle. It does have an indirect effect when it comes to fat loss. That's from building muscle and just overall quality of life. Now, what we don't know about this is obviously, there hasn't been really many studies or full length, long studies to really give us a really true understanding of the long-term effects. We really only know like the short-term effects when it comes to, some side effects being like, dry mouth, headaches and whatnot, and test suppression. We'll get into that. But again, these are tests that are done primarily on animals. Now, the only real test was done by the lab who created itself. So that would be, you got to expect it to be some bias in those findings. Nonetheless, this stuff works and works very well. Now, getting into suppression right away and get that out of the way. Yes, it will suppress you men. So don't think that it won't be as harsh as it would be if you're doing, actual anabolic energetic steroids, but again, it will suppress you. You can come off of this with a PCT as simple as using tamoxifen, Novadex, and 24 to 40 milligrams, 4 weeks. You're basically good to go. Make sure you get get tested by your doctor, make sure your levels are where they should be, but you're good with that. It doesn't require Clomid, Novadex, HCG. This is not that harsh of a drug to do that. Now, again, with suppression, it will suppress it. Make sure we take care of that. Now, when it comes to dosages, dosing for men, you're looking at like 10 to 50 milligrams, and you will get a lot of benefits from it. Women are looking at 5 milligrams with it. Now, do women have to do it? You don't have to do it, women. Women, you don't. You can get enough from Austrian and Rad 140. Now, if you are super into like powerlifting, you want to get into bodybuilding, whatever it is, you want to put on a lot of muscle, and go right ahead, man. Go right ahead. LGD is totally fine to use. But again, if you're, just looking at putting on muscle, you're maybe in bikini or you just want to have like a really nice physique and just put on some muscle, it's not required to do LGD. You can get away with doing Austrian or Rad 140. Now, when it comes to, how do I compare this to like a steroid? I would say LGD is very, very similar to Deca when it comes to the overall amount of muscle you can put on. And then again, when it comes to, the overall like benefits from it helping with like, your joint pain and whatnot. You're gonna get the same effects like that. So I kind of like to compare them to like, say, I would say comparing steroids to SARMs, I would say Austrians like Anavar, Rad 40 would be like testosterone, testosterone, and LGD like DECA. So if you're looking at putting a cycle together, there's a cycle right there. If you want to make even more gains, toss in some MK677 and boom, a lot of muscle. What's your dosage look like? Well, I would say MK677, 20 milligrams. You can split that dose up in the morning or nighttime. I would say just take it at nighttime. Austrian, you can do like 10 milligrams. Rad 140, I would say 10 milligrams. And then when it comes to LGD, I would put at 50 milligrams. And that's a daily dose with that. And then boom, there you go, a lot of muscle. When it comes to women who are looking at bulking and getting into bodybuilding, LGD, MK677, a lot of muscle, lots of gains from that. Now, when it comes to, overall, like how long should you run LGD? Looking at running LGD for like, I would say 12 weeks. Running it anything more than 12 weeks isn't gonna benefit you at all. It's not gonna make things a lot worse, but it's just not gonna really benefit you. You're not gonna continue to get great gains from doing LGD for weeks and weeks on end. Remember, this stuff suppresses you. So you wanna give your body a break from using it, so you're not, completely shut down, or, you're not just killing your receptors. They need to have a break. So come off of it. How long should come off? Your best case scenario, I like to say time on is time off. So if you're on for 12 weeks, come off for 12 weeks. Now, again, you can go back on earlier. Make sure you're getting your blood work done and seeing, where you are in your levels, tests and whatnot, liver enzymes, all these things. Get those things checked to see how it goes, so you don't have to wait the full 12 weeks. I'm saying time on is time off, just to be safe about it. That's what I used to do back in the day. And that's why I'm able to do it still to this day, because I've taken a good enough amount of time off to keep my body healthy. Now, where to get it? Go online, it's sold online. Now, how is it sold online? Well, the ways around it being sold is basically it's for research purposes only. Now, it's legal here to get in the US. I'm pretty sure it is in the States too. I'm just gonna talk for Canada, but you gotta be very careful where you're getting it. You have to trust the source. Remember, these things are underground. You're not gonna be able to go to the actual labs that are making these things and be like, hey man, can I get some LGD powder and make some? Yeah, it's like, no. So you have to be very careful of where you're getting it from, and just, do your due diligence and research, make sure that you're getting some, quality stuff. That's about it I have on this, guys. Not a lot on this drug. I mean, it's very self-explanatory. It's very similar to the other drugs. It's just a lot more, I would say, powerful. Again, guys, you got to do your due diligence when you're taking this stuff, and make sure you do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research. Go online, look up legit sources, WebMD, find the source that give you the steroid or the SARMs profiles. Don't go to forum like, hey man, what'd you take? And like, oh, doing this. I mean, you're like, oh, wait a minute, didn't you do a video? It's different, right? I'm an IFBB professional bodybuilder. I've used this stuff. I'm educated. I'm giving you transparent truth. I'm not telling you guys that you should or should not do whatever. I'll give you guys my opinion, and my opinion only, guys. So remember, you guys got to do your own research. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share this video. I'm always gonna put out Tell Like It Is Truth, guys. For coaching, johnnyshreve.com, guys. Come get in the best shape of your life for the rest of your life, guys. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at _JohnnyShreve_. And for 20% off at iammutant.com, make sure you use my code Johnny20 for 20% off at iammutant.com. Anyway, guys, until next time, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.